Hi, welcome to Misthaven. This is Missy, and this is Missy Plays. Today we're doing the walkthrough for Misthaven. The characters I have on it is Lobo, Queenie, Muffy, Kiki, Roscoe, Cleo, Quinn, Becky, Bob, and Kid. I did finish this island before Christmas, but we have 5 children and 4 of them were here with significant others, so I didn't get anything done as far as videoing for it. But here we are from the entrance. The clothes that my character's wearing are things I left outside the resident services if somebody does come to visit. I set it at night with the shooting stars, so one can wish on them if you come. Down here is the ice bar we built, and up here is Wicked Whisks, our bakery. And I kind of blocked off the beaches. They're decorated somewhat, mostly just plants and weeds and stuff. Up here is our nook cover-up. We put a post office on the left and a little grocery store area on the right-hand side, because you definitely know that the colors for nooks will not match the theme for this island. If you head up north, there are other things, but first let's go over here to the right from the entrance. Here's Cleo. First we have our wand store, and then right next to it is Able Sisters, which we covered up and set them up an area showcasing their wares. This particular beach has a little bit of decoration. I put a little log here so you can watch the waves. And then over here we have set up a little so you can get a palm reading, get some soothsaying, and then right above that is our ice skating rink, which is right by resident services, and that shows all of the different bags I left. Up here I left a poem for the island, and I also left a note regarding I always dedicate my islands to my younger brother who passed away a couple of years ago, far too young. And there's always a little nod on my islands for him, and we'll see that in a little bit. But here, I wanted to show you that my custom designs that I did make for this island are available. And here's, you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, the maker code, and you can see which ones are there. So if you wanted to do something gothy, there's some things there, especially at Goth Christmas. So here is our market that we made. That was one of our first builds outside of the entrance. And if you continue over to the left, we have the next build we made, which was our Spirit Christmas. And right behind the Spirit Christmas is our train station. And instead of going up and looking at where the train is at, let's continue across and we can take a peek at our Goth gingerbread house with the shooting stars, so pretty, which turned out just so beautiful, the whole area. And then right here next to it, if you come along the side, I do have a small little detour here for a lighthouse, but it's really just the entrance to my home, to the resident home. I did decorate. I blocked off the 3 side rooms here, but as you can see, the whole room is decorated for Christmas, keeping that whole goth theme in mind. If you go upstairs, we have a bedroom with a little bit of Christmas decorations, not too much. Here's our bathroom, and right next to that is a closet, just like a true master bedroom. Walk-in closet, private bathroom, bedroom. And then in our basement, I set up a little movie room / den. You can sit here, watch your movie, have your big Christmas tree behind you, have some popcorn, a little bit to drink. Yep, just a fun party den room. And that's it for the house. Like I said, I didn't do the side bedrooms. They're blocked off. There's nothing in there. So if you continue up here and you go behind the museum, we get to the Christmas tree farm that we built online. And you can see this is just the building for it. Nothing too particularly fancy, but you can see all of the different sized trees and such. If you come along this path that runs in front of it, you come to the hot cocoa stand, which was nice and pretty. And if you come along the path, you can see all this area I decorated. I decided to go ahead and come down across the candy cane bridge and over here to the right hand side, you can see just a small penguin area, mostly because what was I going to do with it? It was actually a little hard to figure out what to do there, and I thought these penguin designs were really cute, so I made a penguin stand area. And this is my little nod from my brother. It is a Star Wars theme. My brother loves Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, anything sci-fi. So there's his little nod. And then up here is just the train, and then you can see the mountains that I built in here and all the different trees, kind of trying to give a foresty full area up there. And then of course this goes down to the train station. So we come back across and you go back across our candy cane bridge. You can see our little stand here to check in for our concert venue. And there's seating up here so you can watch the concert. You can come up here, you can play the drums if you wish. You can go sit and play the piano or the organ. Lots of things up there. So when you come out from here and you come off to the right hand side, if you look back there, you can see some mountains and the campsite. And I built that all up to be looking like it was tucked in by some high mountains. Over here we have a little area to meet Santa Claus. And if you come down past Muffy, this way, we come to all of the villagers' houses. And I gave each villager a yard. Some were bigger than others because I just didn't have a ton of room. Over here to the left is where resident services is at. And I did decorate each of these houses. I'm going to go ahead and go into the ones that are open here. But they're nothing huge or fancy. I just made sure that their insides match the theme colors for the island. So the inside of the houses is all just black and purple. In some cases, I just changed the color of what was already in there. Some cases, I had to change wallpapers because the wallpapers were not fitting with the theme. But there's nothing too fancy inside the houses. It's just enough to keep the houses within the theme of our island. Like here, you can see I used a pattern on the bed and the sofa to give some more color. Those were already things in the house, but I just changed them slightly. So down on this beach, it is decorated a bit too. There's a small sitting area for the villagers here to come down and sit and enjoy the beach and enjoy the views. And each villager has his own little yard, some smaller than others. I did decorate the pier just a little bit so it wasn't completely empty. This villager has such a tiny yard that I moved his yard onto the beach, and he has himself a little yacht there. Oh, here's me. Here's another yard. This house was also slightly altered to match the scene because, you know, Bob's house is just a really bright kid core colors, and those were not going to work with this Goth island. And see, like, this is a much smaller yard. Hardly anything could go in there. And if we come along the back, you can't get back this way because I was trying to block off the magic, as it were, of all of this really tightly forested area and the mountains behind it. But we come back here to actually be at our campsite. And there's a little bit of sitting so you can sit by the fire and you can see the mountains behind. And then when you come all the way back here, you're at Red's Beach. So that is all of Misthaven, most of which was built online, but some of it was not. It was kind of a hard press to get it done in time for Christmas. And so, like I say, we have 5 children, and 4 were here with significant others, and it really just cut into my time to be able to do the island and get it done and get it recorded, which is why it is so late. But I want to thank you for watching. And our newest island, that is the one I'm on right here, is called Vivaldi, and it is a 4-season island, and I look forward to sharing it with you soon. I will see you next week. Bye.